might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here, you can take a break. I'm a hot air balloon.
And welcome to Sports on Tap. I'm Rob Schramm. We have Josh Jeffy, Brent Barczyk. Ed is talking to fans all over Z's Cream and Bean here at 2706 Boston Road in Hinckley, Ohio. Some of us work. He's yelling across the room, which none of you can hear.
Yeah, Ed, we're not your wife now, so you can't yell at us.
Yeah. But we want to welcome, we have a few guests, juniors from the Brunswick varsity basketball team, Eric Bulic and Nate Armagost. Thanks for joining us, guys.
Thanks for having us.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
And, guys, we just talked to Coach Mackey, and, you know, when he talks highly about you guys, that's kind of a big deal. He's been around a long time. Talk a little bit about your guys' season. You know, it's kind of a road of ups and downs, but how do you guys gain the confidence as the season progresses in this conference?
Yeah, I thought we had an up-and-down season. We probably got the most confidence beating tops teams like Shaker, Menor, Garfield. Those were some big wins for us. It was kind of hard with the 3 overtime games in a row, but yeah,
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was probably our roughest patch of the season, and the Normandy game was probably our lowest point too. But
now, Nate, you play center, and Eric, you play power forward. Although you're known as a stretch power forward, where you can go inside and out. What's that kind of like, Eric, for you as a power forward? Do you like being down in the low post, or do you like shooting the 3-ball?
I guess I like it both.
You like shooting the 3. I can see it.
Hey, chicks did the long ball, right? You know what they say?
Yeah, I guess I like the long ball. The more points, the better, right?
True.
But, I don't know. I guess I've never been really a hardcore, like, in the post guy, but I always like to stretch it out, bring the ball up, you know, be a versatile player.
Now, during the season, what's one team that stuck out to you that you enjoyed playing against? I mean, yeah, we talked about you guys beat Strongsville 3 times. Yeah. Is that a team you guys really amp? Obviously, you guys play a lot of teams that are ranked and tops, but is there one team that you guys really enjoyed playing against?
Well, I think Garfield for me was because, I mean, they had so many big guys, I mean, going big places. So, I mean, it was a great challenge to have and see how you match up against them. So I thought Garfield overall.
And Nate, for you, what's a team that stuck out in your mind that you enjoyed playing against this last year?
I like playing against like the bigger teams like Menor and Shaker and Garfield because it's always a challenge and it's always fun to see the outcome. And always like challenge yourself and our other teammates.
Is there one player that gave you some fits this year or that you were impressed with?
I know Zach Parker, our shooting guard for Brunswick. He gave me a lot of crap throughout the season about finishing.
That's his home team he's talking about here, man.
Wow, yeah, that's when you know.
I mean,
it's
if the whole team, yeah, if it's brutal from your own team, I can't imagine what the opponents are.
Oh, yeah.
That's for sure.
Hey, you guys are both going to be seniors this year. You know, why don't you guys maybe describe a little bit how coming up through the Brunswick program, maybe seeing it when you guys maybe were a little bit younger, and you know now that you guys are seniors, you guys are being called upon to lead the new class. You know, kind of talk a little bit about that, and you know how your thoughts are from when you were maybe watching Coach Mackey's team when you were younger and to where you're at now.
Well, I'm excited to be a senior next year and hopefully be a huge role in the team. I know my brother, he was a 2-year varsity player. And he's kind of helped me throughout the years, like brought me up through the program. And, yeah, I'm kind of excited for the senior year. Hopefully a nice experience.
Eric, how about for you? Have you gained any advice from former players or watching when you were a kid watching Brunswick basketball? What's some of the things you thought about?
Going to, like, the skills camps back in the day. I remember Coach Mackey used to shoot his eyes closed jumper, show off his form. I'll never forget that. I don't know. I always had a blast at the camps playing knockout over the summer. But, I mean, seeing guys like Joe Putch and guys like that who are tough Brunswick kids, I mean, that's what I always expected Brunswick basketball to be, and I always looked up to being a starter there and a senior, and I can't believe it's already here, so it's crazy.
Now, did Coach Mackey do like the one-handed? Shoot it everywhere?
He did it all.
I still do that to this day. That was probably the best piece of shooting advice, although it didn't help very much, but still, that I got. So, you guys play any other sports in high school, or is it just strictly basketball?
Well, Nate's just a basketball player, but I play football as well. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm a tight end and defensive end. So.
Nice.
Yep.
Multi-sport athlete.
Yeah.
That's I'm sure enjoyable to do, especially in high school. But like you said, time flies. So
yeah,
you'll enjoy your senior year for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, real quick, just talk about you guys. You guys made a pretty good playoff run this year. I don't know if you guys, and I apologize. I kind of missed a little bit of the first segment since I was speeding home from work.
Mm-hmm. Don't speed, Ed.
Right.
That's illegal. Come on.
Thanks. If I get a ticket, it's your fault. Describe they did the districts a little bit differently this year, if I'm not mistaken. They kind of put Brunswick and 3 districts kind of into one big draw. So you guys were used to seeing the same teams year in and year out, but this year is a little bit different. Did it feel different to you guys playing, seeing some different teams, or just looking at the brackets and being like, well, we usually don't play this team, but we'll see how it turns out?
Yeah, it was definitely kind of awkward to see who you matched up with, and the atmosphere was different. I mean, we were playing at different gyms instead of just the old Copley, stuff like that. So, I mean, it was really interesting to see who we were going to get matched up with, and I remember figuring out who we were going to get matched up with, and we saw Eds and Westlake in our sights later on in the tournament. So it was interesting to game plan. So yeah.
And you guys got to host a playoff game, and that's always fun. And if it's all the same, let's do the same in the fall. What do you think about that, Bulic?
Yeah, that'd be nice. Get some winning back.
How's the atmosphere? You play football. What's the atmosphere from football to basketball like? How do they differ for you?
Well, I think for basketball, you're a closer knit guy. You're like group of guys. Not everyone is on the team. So I mean, it's more of an honor, I think, to play basketball. And I mean, those packed gyms where you're up in there and it's loud, music's playing. So I think it's awesome. But also football, I mean, running out on the big field and everyone's cheering. So I mean, I like them both, but they're both fun. So.
Yeah, it seems like with basketball, obviously, it's packed. They're close to the court, so it's just crazy. What's the one game this year you thought the crowd and the atmosphere was probably the best that you've ever seen?
I think both Medina games were insane. So, yeah, the one at home was insane, and also the one away. So I thought Medina for sure. And then Garfield Heights, obviously, when stormed the court, it was pretty sick. So
Nate, what's that for you?
I thought the Medina games were probably the biggest games with the crowds, but I actually missed the first Medina game because of my injury, and the second Medina game, I thought that was the biggest crowd, and unfortunately we couldn't get the win. And then also the Shaker game, Shaker student section was really big that night, and I was kind of shocked with the turnout, but glad we got that win too.
I know it's some of these, the fans can yell not nice things, we'll say, from the stands. How do you guys block that out? It's being so close. Is it tough? Does it get in your head, or do you guys just say, let's laugh it off and show them what we can do on the court?
Honestly, I don't even hear the fans. I'm kind of focused on playing basketball, like giving it my all. Kind of like blocks it out automatically. Doesn't really come to me.
That's pretty good.
Well, you could tell that the coach is not sitting next to these guys because they know exactly what to say.
He's prepped them very well over his years. How about for you? What?
I think the game that sticks out the most is the Shaker game. Standing inbounding the ball right in front of their student section was sick. I loved it, man. They're screaming stuff in your ears. I loved that.
Did you smile at them?
Yeah, you give them a nice little wave. So I loved it. It was one of the things I remember the most.
Cool.
What's one last thing before we go that some of the people out there that are listening to this might not know about you guys, whether it's something you guys like to do as a hobby or music you guys like or something like that? What's one thing that people might not know out there about you guys?
I'll pass this to Nate first.
Oh, man, he's going to think about it. He wants to see what you're going to say.
Up for something good there. Well, let's
he
go.
wants to see what he's going to say. That's
probably. I'm a big fishing guy. I like to fish. Kind of clears my mind.
Well, there you go.
It's a nice hobby of mine.
That's, we don't hear that often that you like to fish. That's for sure. All right.
That's true. Yeah, that's a
Here's,
false start.
Eric, let's see what.
This was kind of recent, but we pulled the rug up in my computer room, and I like doing some floor work. It was it was fun.
Wow. What kind of floor work? We're talking about hardwood or tile?
Hardwood, yeah, wood.
Is it the real hardwood or the synthetic hardwood?
No, the real.
Real stuff.
Okay.
Not messing around with the fake
Just
stuff.
wait till you buy your own house and you have to pay for it yourself. Then you see how much you
from
like
what
it.
he said,
I've been meaning to get hardwood in my kitchen for a while. So if you're for hire,
and then you get a wife, and then it's like this needs to be done today. And you're like,
you have all kinds of projects, yada yada.
He's going to conveniently turn it into not doing that here in a little bit.
Right.
I thought he was actually talking about he just pulled just a regular rug up to a room, just laid it down, and that was it. I'm like,
oh no.
Oh,
right.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
I didn't know where
That's
you were going with that.
Well, hey, we appreciate you guys joining
Thanks,
us. Eric Bulic and Nate Armagost, thanks for joining us on the show today, and hopefully we'll talk to you before next season and see how you guys are practicing and everything like that.
Yep. Thanks for having us.
All right, guys. I'm Rob Trauma for Sports on Tap with Josh Jeffy, Ed Dick, Brent Barczyk. We'll see you on the next podcast.
You better dance. Let's make a night. You won't remember. I'll be the one.